giving it a thumbs up and watching the video for its entirety is really the best way to say thank you to a motovlogger or to a YouTube creator. If it's what you like, then respect that and give them the view. Watch it, give them a thumbs up. You don't always have to say anything. Hit the frog and toad. We ready? Yo! Get back out on the road. I support a number of motovloggers through Patreon, and there are plenty more of motovloggers that I'd like to financially support through Patreon or Super Chat or PayPal. And I do like to go into people's channels, especially if they've got a live, and throw some cash at them and say, look, I really appreciate what you're doing in this world. I appreciate your content. You know, I don't have cable TV, is what you call it in America, and it used to cost me a pretty penny, the old Foxtel. Now I only have Netflix and YouTube, and I figure, well, if I really enjoy someone's content, then I'm willing to put some cash down on the line and say thank you very much to them for the content that they do put out. You know, I may not support them, you know, in a Patreon membership, and I may only, you know, support them once when I go into a live or something like that, but it's just my little way of being able to say thank you. Some of the motovloggers that I do appreciate a lot, the channels like iSpike, Filmmaker Biker Live, I support that channel, and I support Spike in a fairly large way. And the reason why I do that is because Spike is doing something that I've always wanted to do myself. I had a career in radio many years ago. I was a co-founder of a radio station as well, and I've managed Outback, or I should say remote bush radio stations. So radio has been part of my life ever since I was about 17 or 18 years of age, in that form. And Spike does a fantastic live every Sunday morning for me at 7 o'clock. He doesn't get a huge amount of people that come in. Sometimes you might get up to 20 or 30 people, but generally it's just the die-hard supporters that are there in his channel. And he plays a lot of music from Epidemic Music and from Artlist, and also from the band The Giants. The Giants are a very iconic Australian band, an Aussie band that have been around for 40 years. I've had the pleasure of being able to work with the giants when I was in the music industry, and they are genuine dudes, they're genuine blokes. A lot of Australia's greatest musicians have been on the front line with the giants and or are still in the band. So if you want to check out the Giants, the Australian Aussie band, they're a biker band. I'll leave a link up in the top and in the description for you guys. The link may not come on the video until way up later, because I still do all my stuff on the phone, and it's only when I get access to the laptop that I can put the links in. So yeah, just have a look in the description and you'll see the link to iSpike, Filmmaker Biker Live, and to the Giants. Other motovloggers, as you know, if you've been following my channel, are Brandon Bicasso, who is the ultimate motovlogger that I enjoy, and I support Brandon on Patreon. If you haven't checked out Brandon Bicasso, then you need to go and check him out. Another motovlogger that I absolutely am impressed with and appreciate him for his service to his country, and also his service to the motovlog community, is the Military Biker, formerly known as Scouse Adventures. Steve is a fantastic supporter of motovloggers, particularly smaller channels, and he's a fantastic support to veterans of the service. And I support the Military Biker. I support Steve because it's my small way of saying thank you to those who have served in the military and kept our democracies safe. I never joined the military service. I actually did go and sign up to get in the army back when I was about 23, 24. But at the time I'd contracted Ross River fever, and they had done blood tests on me and they could see that I had the fever, the Ross River fever, inside my blood. And they said that I would not be suitable to join the army. They wanted people to be physically fit. So I was turned down. Even though I was physically fit, I have this disease, a mosquito-borne disease. So I was never able to go and do some time in the army. So the next best thing for me was to either join the police force or join the corrections mob, Department of Justice. And I didn't want to join the police because it would have meant that I would have had to have cut my hair and take my earrings out, so I joined corrections. Looking back now that I don't have my earrings and I don't have long hair because I shave it off all the time, I kind of regret not making that decision, joining the police. But anyway, the next channel I love to go and watch is Anonymous Biker USA, Obusa for short. Absolutely fantastic bloke. He's in every Motovlogs Live, he's in everybody's channel. He's really abusive of the Military Biker, and the Military Biker is very abusive of Obusa. I'm pretty sure that in a past life they used to be married. Anonymous Biker USA, he's #1 bloke. Give him a thumbs up. Go and check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Another one is ChopperFett. ChopperFett, who's coming along really well on his channel. Only a small YouTuber, but he's doing some really good reviews, and he's been on a number of lives. I really enjoy his channel. Fantastic channel, fantastic bloke. He's also on a weight loss challenge like I am, so I'm going to be checking in with him to see how he goes on his weight loss challenge. So ChopperFett, another good channel to go and check out. I'm riding into the storm. No rain yet. I'll probably get rained on when I come back, maybe. Another channel that you might be interested in is MattMan Tennessee, the MattMan Tennessee, or as I call him Sir MattMan. He's another great supporter of iSpike, Filmmaker Biker Live. Sir MattMan has a quirky little channel. He also rides a motorbike. He's a down-to-earth kind of bloke, great sense of humour, and somebody that I have a lot of respect for. So if you want to go and check him out, he has a special friend called Patrick, and I'll let you guys work out why Patrick is a special friend. Another channel who's not a motovlogger, but who is somebody that has supported me for probably 2 years now, and that's Cowboy Car Crushing. He lives in Texas, Dallas, Texas. He crushes cars for a living, and him and his offsider or sidekick Mario bring me a lot of entertainment. I spent many years living in a wrecking yard. My best mate, before he passed away in 2007, had worked on cars since he was about 13 or 14. He was about 10 or 11 years older than I was, so he died in 2007. He was 47 then. So I was a pretty young bloke, but he was my best mate. He was like a brother to me, and me for him. Giant of a man, had a giant heart, and he owned a wrecking yard, and a lot of the bikes, a lot of the cars, and my mechanical history was learnt from old Gaza. So when I came across Cowboy Car Crushing's channel, and he was around about 500 subs at that time, every morning, not every morning, but he does post quite regularly every week, and it's generally around the time that I have my morning coffee, so I get to experience the crushing of a car, and it reminds me of Gaza and those times that I spent with him building cars, wrecking cars, especially Volvos. And would you believe that he's close to 12,000 subscribers already? His channel is just blowing up, and he's a down-to-earth kind of bloke. Absolutely enjoy Cowboy Car Crushing, and he has a lot of other channels that have subscribed to him that are in a similar vein. Outcast Projects. Here's another channel that's connected to Cowboy Car Crushing. Right now I'm wearing the Bearded Bobbers t-shirt. The Adventures of the Bearded Bobber. I'll say it again, The Adventures of the Bearded Bobber. Another channel that I have followed since about 2015 or 16, and I love this channel. And his wife is Bombshell Biker, Nikki the Bombshell Biker. They own Indians. They all have Indians now, because Nikki used to have a I think it was a Honda. I could be wrong, but she has an Indian now. And Adventures of the Bearded Bobber, great channel, awesome bloke. Go and check him out. One other guy that I haven't mentioned that I've had some fairly long conversations with over the years is Open Roader Chris. Open Roader rides a Scout Bobber. He lives in Italy. He lives in Italy. He's an American riding an Indian, and he has done some fantastic motovlogs on the adventures that he's had over in Italy and in Europe. He's a really good drone pilot or drone flyer, and his cinematography is second to none when it comes to historical buildings and going through the cathedrals and all those sorts of things over in Italy, and the old what do you call them, Colosseums. He's a great bloke. Really, I'd really like to meet all these guys, because the only motovlogger that I've ever met is Brandon Bicasso, and that was last year in March when I was over on my ill-fated trip to America. I'd love to meet all of the motovloggers that I've mentioned, because they're all genuine people, they're all good people, they all have great content, and they're all just great human beings. And I mean, they're just a few, they're just some of the motovloggers that I've grown to love over the years. Motovloggers that I watch constantly, and there are a lot of other motovloggers that I watch as well, and some of the big name ones, I'm not going to mention those. I watch them on and off. I figure they've got their subscriber base and they've had their views. I really want to support those motovloggers that have smaller channels, and there are a huge amount of guys that are coming on the scene now with small channels, and I enjoy every single one of them. And I don't always comment. I do try to make a comment every time I watch a video, but I don't always comment, but I always give it a thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up and watching the video for its entirety is really the best way to say thank you to a motovlogger or to a YouTube creator. If it's what you like, then respect that and give them the view. Watch it, give them a thumbs up. You don't always have to say anything. And you'll notice on my videos I don't put like, subscribe, share. I don't say it, I don't write it. It is on some of my videos, but I don't generally put it up, because as far as I'm concerned, if you want to subscribe, you're going to do it. If you don't, you're not. And I know people say, well, you need to remind people. I don't think so. People know how YouTube works. If you like something, you're going to subscribe to it, so I don't need to remind anyone. In fact, what it does for me, it pisses me off if I always see this like, subscribe, share, Some people do it at the front of their videos, some people do it on the back. You know, and I know that it's part of the end scene of the YouTube video, but I don't really give a flying toss about it. Couldn't be bothered. It'd be interesting to know whether I would lose subscribers or not gain subscribers because I don't do it, but I don't really care. Again, I'm here to do my content. I enjoy my content. I enjoy going for a ride. So what do you think, guys? Do you think YouTube needs to pull their finger out and actually start respecting the fact that their YouTube creators aren't being respected by YouTube with their terms and conditions? The CEO put out a letter a little while ago around all the different things that they were going to be doing for YouTube creators. A lot of those were around bullying and harassment, but I tell you what, some of the decisions that they've made in the recent past have been pretty disgusting, if you ask me. Pretty disgusting. Allowing all sorts of horrid creators come on YouTube and they get away with it. Well, that's me, guys. I'm gonna enjoy my ride for a bit, and I might talk to you after. Rattle. So